Hello, welcome back. Today is day 18 of this 30-day Spooky Island challenge. And you might see behind me that there are two inclines which were not there the day before and we did not put there together. And I did that just off screen. That's the only thing I did, so you guys didn't miss anything exciting. But I decided to do that just as a little pre-episode planning because it took me about half an hour to find what was the center of resident services. So if you look on our map here, it's basically, there's like a 4 gap in the middle, but it lines up perfectly with resident services. I had initially kind of wanted this to be the middle of the island, but if I did that, then it looked really wonky with where resident services is. So I just decided that can be our center point here. And it took me a while to count and figure out the middle point. So that was a fun little exercise, but now they're there and I think it looks great. So today we are going to be working on basically this incline and to the right. So it's going to be a little bit of a continuation of our forest build, but then also we're going to start getting into a little bit more of transitioning to the graveyard type of atmosphere and decor and all that fun stuff. And then I also want to finish up this portion here in the back that I didn't get around to doing yesterday, and then also the peninsula. I'm not sure if we'll do this little baby chunk of land today or not. It's not that large anyway, so honestly I might leave it for whenever I walk around and find any missing places that I may have forgotten to decorate, and probably focus on the bigger areas instead. And so I have kind of a semblance of a idea going here. I don't love whenever my rivers don't connect to other waterways. I kind of feel like it, I know it's just a game, but it like eliminates the realism of it for me. So I'm thinking that this edge of the waterfall is going to connect and maybe make a lake back here. And a lake is kind of a cop-out because you don't have to decorate it, but I'm also thinking it might look cool. Plus, this is going to be a lot of forest other ways. So that's kind of my preliminary thoughts. Now where to start? I'm a little torn. No, okay. I decided it actually now. Just kidding. I was going to say, do I want to start with the pathing and get that over with? But I think I'm actually going to start over here with the peninsula. Just that way Cole's house area is actually finished and complete. And I did come up with an idea of what I think I want the peninsula to have. I don't even know what you would call this, but I don't know. What is that term? Something circle. Maybe like a sacrificial circle, but that feels odd. I don't think that's the right term anyway. Well, anyway, I want to put a bunch of stools in a little circle, kind of like they're having a meeting or something. And then I don't have the custom pattern saved down just yet, but I have one in my mind that I saw on Pinterest that I will be getting at some point. And maybe just like a little sword guy in the middle of it. So I don't really know what this build is or what it means, but I want to see how it looks. Because again, I haven't actually seen what this would look like. I just made it up in my head. This is when having a bigger peninsula would probably help, but that's okay. I'm going to try and make it work. It might just be tight. Yeah, okay, I have no idea what this would mean for the story of this island in general. I don't know, maybe Cole is like a little warrior or something, but I kind of like the way it works. So I think I'm gonna go with this. I do, however, want pathing all underneath this. So gonna lift everything up and then get started on that. Okay, I think that little meeting place works. Just need a couple more things around it and then the peninsula will be wrapped up. I'm currently in real life trying to decide if I'm going to be dressing up for Halloween this year. Sometimes I like to kind of like go all out and really put some effort into my costume. And then other years I call it a win if I put on a animal onesie. And I'm not sure what kind of year this is going to be. But if you guys are dressing up, or those of you who have children, if they are dressing up for the holiday, I would love to know what everyone is being. One of my best friends recently had a baby, and her little girl is going to be a bunny for Halloween. So I think that's just going to be stinking cute. I actually don't think I want to clutter up this island, or not this island, this section too much. I want this to almost look like a clearing in the woods since it's right next to the ocean. So I may not need too many more items actually over here. Also, if you are an animal parent, I would love to know if you are dressing up your pet. Those are children too, in my book. My family dog that I had growing up as a kid would never let me put anything on her. She hated anything other than her collar being attached to her. So I had always wanted to dress her up for even like a Christmas sweater or something like that, and she would have none of it. So I always felt like I would live vicariously through other people whose animals would actually tolerate being put in things. Okay, there's still an empty spot back here behind this mush parasol. I thought the weed field would fix it, but it did not. Maybe two. There we go. That looks better. Okay. I think this area is finally complete. I'll probably take a look at this at nighttime and just see if it needs anything else to double check, but I like the way that turned out. Now we'll make our way over here. Okay. I think I need to start with some water terraforming. So my thoughts here are that I want to go back to using the brick path in the graveyard. And so I want to make sure I'm already using the brick when I get to this section. But I need to somehow transition between using my muddy forest path to using the brick. And a good way to do that would be to take my river up and force a bridge into here. Yeah, okay, we're gonna start with the water terraforming and kind of see how this goes. I may not try and do full-on lake status yet, but I say that and then who knows what I'll actually end up doing once I get into it. Kind of like yesterday when I said I wasn't gonna move Cole's house and then I moved Cole's house. So what I had thought was going to be more of a lake is turning into a glorified pond, but I think that's okay. It's still a great space filler. The back of it looks a little wonky to me. Does this part just need to come out instead of going in? Maybe that'll fix it. I think that looks better. Yeah, okay. The river going up looks very straight, but I think some of that is gonna have to be that way for the bridge to go over. Maybe once I have it placed, I can mess this up a little bit more. And then this is still a decent amount of remaining forest space, but it's not overwhelming, at least. I think that helps a lot to make it more manageable. Okay, I'm going to put down some more of the brick, and then we may go ahead and place the bridge and then go from there. Because I don't want to waste a ton of time putting down pathing if it's not even going to look good once the bridge is down. Okay, I think that looks good for some preliminary pathing. So I'm gonna go pick up a bridge kit and then keep going. I don't want to time travel just yet though and waste all those turnips I ate, so I will probably go ahead and put down some of the trees and then we'll time travel to get the bridge officially in. Bridge kit obtained. Oh, okay. Hello, Olivia. Yay, a new reaction. Okay, the thought one's pretty good, actually. Okay, as I was saying, bridge kit obtained. I kind of impulsively just immediately picked the stone bridge since we have stone inclines happening over there. So I hope that wasn't a mistake. But I think it should still look good. Maybe I'll just have some of the area over here start to transition to graveyard land rather than forest a little bit early, so then it's not so jarring when all of a sudden you have this stone bridge. Is this too narrow? Maybe I need more water up here. Or maybe the stone ones just can't be little baby bridges. Dang, okay, I think it's too narrow. Well, okay, I like the way this side of it looks more, so let's widen it on this side. Okay, I guess that was the problem. It just can't be a baby bridge. I think that looks good though. Oh, wait, I need to pay it off. Can't forget to do that. Great, okay, checked that box. Now I wanna mess the river up some more. Alrighty, let's look and see what that looks like on the map. That's a pretty straight edge there, okay. Don't love that. That's better, I think, and kind of weird looking. And I don't want this side to look exactly like the other side. Okay, I think that's staying like that. Now we need to connect this to this. I can't decide how far I want that muddy path to go. So instead of doing that yet, I'm going to keep thinking about it, and I'm going to do my little tree placement on this side. And hopefully that will help. I just had a thought. I think I want to build the cliff up a little bit here. So it's not so, I guess, inclined jutting out-esque. Okay, so that needs to go away. That little bit already helps. Oh, do I want it to go one more, or do I like it like that? And if only you guys could answer that question for me. I think I like it like that. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Just for symmetry purposes, I'm gonna do a little bit of that over here as well. No idea how far I went with it, but this is good for now. I'm not gonna worry about this side too much today. Okay, back to the trees now. So I don't think I'll be able to fit as many as I had initially planned, but that's okay. I don't know if doing this without any paths is the best idea right now, but I don't know. I'm in the mood to do trees, so we're going for it. I feel like normally I'm a very disorganized decorator in this game, which is honestly part of the reason I wanted to do this challenge in the first place, is to make myself actually sit down and decorate an area from start to finish. Because normally what I will do is place like 3 items and then run away and go do something else. Which, I mean, I know is not necessarily a problem. It's not like there's a certain way to play this game that's correct and everything else is wrong, but at the same time, I would like to eventually actually manage to finish an island. So why not make things hectic for myself and make myself do it in 30 days? Maybe the way I do this transition area as well is I maybe like right around this cutoff where the storage shed is, I start to be a little more sparing with the trees. And it looks a little more open. That could be a way to signal we're going into a different phase of the island. Which may be a little difficult. Now I feel like I'm in cluttercore mode, but oh my gosh, there are like 7 bugs right here. What's happening? All right, we're gonna get those, put those down, see how that looks. trying to decide if I need those last two, and I'm thinking maybe no. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of the pathing, maybe to about here-ish, and then I'll time travel. It's a little bit of a wild transition here, but maybe if I put a leaf pile, that'll just make everything better in life. We're gonna try real quick before I time travel. Or I'll just keep playing with the path. Yeah, I think that helps. Okay, great. Let's time travel and see how our little bridge looks. Yay, it looks good. I like it. Amazing. Oh, I wish a leaf, or I mean, not a leaf, what is this? A weed could fit right here, but oh well. Okay. So now. Now what? Decayed trees probably is now what? Okay, no more vine items, I think. Except for maybe the benches. Because those are good and small. Okay, so just no giant vines. And probably no more mushrooms either. All right, let's see if I can fit 8. I feel like that's bold, but you never know. Okay, I already think I'm gonna struggle with leaving this area more open. I think those islands that are simple isn't the right word. I feel like that sounds like a negative connotation, but where no item is placed unnecessarily, like every single thing that a creator decorates with is with purpose, like Voice Crossing, I think is a great example of that. I'm so in awe of those types of islands, and I feel like I can never accomplish that. Either it looks so empty to me when I do it, or it's cluttercore. And I don't know, there's a gift in being able to find that balance. Maybe also it won't look quite so empty at night. Or maybe that's just me trying to convince myself. Okay, well that's probably it on the decayed trees over here. Can I fit any over here? Of course not. Ugh, but this area would be perfect. Oh, I can there. Okay, well that's something. I'll take it. All right, all the trees look like they're at least in different angles enough. So then now, if I don't want to use the giant vines, and I don't want to use the mush items, what are my options? Rocks, maybe. That could work. I think I'm gonna put my storage chest in this little station right here. Oh, flowers, that could work. I don't want to do skeletons just yet. We're gonna wait till we've actually entered the cemetery. Yeah, shoot, I'm at a loss for ideas now. I've been going at a pretty good pace. Oh, well, maybe if I put some more of the leaf patterns down on the floor, that'll help me out a little bit. I do think I'm out of bushes. Surprise, surprise. Okay, those custom patterns really helped. I think I'm gonna come in with some flowers now. And for some reason, I'm vibing with only using black flowers on the inside of the graveyard. So I'm gonna have that also be kind of like a forced transition and only include black in this little area. And then we'll leave the purple and the green for the more whimsical areas of the island, I think. I think that might be enough. So I have 7 that I want to include. Maybe 8. No, that one's too close to the other 2. Okay, 7, and then, I mean, I'm sure I'll end up using some over here as well. Okay. We are going to go pick some up then. Actually, before I do that, while I'm thinking about this, I think I want to make the part in between the 2 inclines symmetrical real quick, and I might have that be a little seating area. So I might pick up a bench since I'm going out and about into the world to get things. There we go. Okay, now it'll at least be symmetrical. Okay, I'm gonna empty my pockets and then head on out. Okay, I am back with a bunch of different types of bushes, and then since I had some empty pocket space, I decided to get a couple of trees while I was at it too. And I know I didn't initially have a bush over here, but we're gonna put one. Okay. Oh no, all my little place markers went away. Oh well, I guess I took too long. Is that the same type? It is. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, those are different. Great. I feel like I had a couple more placed than this. Now I can't remember where I wanted them. So maybe this is enough. It's looking very sparse. In a potentially good way. Okay, I think I want to finish the waterscaping back there, and then we'll do a kind of review. Great, I can't get there. Okay. Although now actually the question is, do I want this to be a waterfall or do I want to line this with bushes and kind of force end the river there, even though I don't normally love doing that, but aw, Kiki. But I don't know if I want water going through the graveyard, but maybe I will as filler. Because this is going to be an exceptionally large graveyard otherwise. What if it's only 1 instead of 3? Is that going to look stupid? Sometimes I don't love putting waterfalls in just with how loud they are. That might be the answer for now. And then I can always see what ends up happening once I get to the top portion of the island. Are we gonna go asymmetrical or are we gonna go for symmetry here? Is that going to drive me insane? Maybe not if I put a bush. CJ, Just go to the other side. Go over here and stay there. Thank you. All right, yeah, I think I like, dude, for real. I think I like that bush there, and I like it being asymmetrical. Okay. Now, I did just remember the vine item. Like the ones that actually go on the cliff. That could help me out big time with additional filler without getting too crowded in here. And I'll get some weeds while we're here as well and see what that might look like. Shoot, can I not put a vine there? Well, that's just stupid. What about here? Can't put a vine there. Okay. So that's just gonna have to be how it is, I guess. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. Maybe one here. And here. I can't get anywhere. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's do a walkthrough and see how the entire forest looks. Alrighty, our starting point. We'll take a quick little look at our peninsula build, the little baby. I like it, even though I can't really tell what this is supposed to be. Maybe I'll come up with a story for it eventually. Huh, the color on his little drapes just changed. I don't think I knew that happened. Interesting. Yeah, and Cole's house is just perfect. I think the only thing I'm going to change is maybe just make the roof darker. Otherwise, it's perfect. Okay, and then our new area from today. Yeah, it immediately feels sparser, and I think in a good way. Okay, I'm gonna pop in a couple weeds here and there, and then I think that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, we didn't do too much on this side, but I think it still looks good. I'll focus on decorating this area when we're actually going to be working on the entrance for the graveyard and all that good stuff. Perfect. Okay, that came together pretty quickly. That wasn't too bad. Great. Okay, so game plan. Oh my gosh, you are the worst right now. Anyway, game plan. So tomorrow, I think what we're going to do is work on more layout for the graveyard. So I may not actually do any decorating tomorrow, but what I want to get started on is figuring out where the museum is going to go. I'm kind of thinking somewhere right off of these inclines, but I know the tile number for the museum entrance is kind of wonky. Like, it doesn't really line up with anything else on the island. So we'll need to figure out how to combat that. And then once we also have the museum down, we're going to get Lucky's house placed. So something to look forward to tomorrow. But we'll do our little outro over here on our brand new bridge. And I'm sure CJ will come and crash the party. But that is going to call it for today. So thank y'all so much for joining for day 18 of this 30-day Spooky Island challenge. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Yep, there he is. He just had to be part of the outro.